All right. So let's do that again. Hi, everyone. My name is Jacqueline.
My name is Cyan.
My name is Sage.
That's right. And this is episode number 3 of MakeCode in the Kitchen. And what did we make last week, you guys?
We made magic wands.
That's right. We made these very cool Harry Potter magic wands. And what did we decide to make this week, you guys?
We decided to make Pokemon.
Pokemon! Wow! Now, I have to admit, I didn't know a whole lot about Pokemon before this project. You guys were kind of the Pokemon experts, right? So can you tell us a little bit about what is Pokemon?
Pokemon are basically pets.
Yeah.
Not really
Like-
pets. Not really pets.
Not really pets. What are they?
They're like these creatures that have
Yeah.
like these like powers, and there's like different types.
Like magical powers?
Not like magical, but like powers.
Like superpowers. Okay.
Yeah.
And like attacks and defenses and abilities.
Oh, okay. And what are trainers? Because this I didn't quite understand this
Trainers.
concept. Yeah.
Trainers are basically people who train and battle Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay, so they're like the
Like,
owners of Pokemon.
yeah.
Okay. So, and then what are some of the most famous Pokemon and trainers?
So, the most famous Pokemon is Pikachu, and its trainer is Ash.
Oh, okay, yeah. And how many different types of Pokemon are there?
There's like millions.
Really? Okay. Wow. There's like millions of Pokemon. Okay, so tell me a little bit about the project that you guys made this week.
So
We're making Pokemon.
Yeah, so which one is that? Can you tell me what that is?
This is Lunala. She's
Okay.
she's
You
a
have
psychic
card,
type.
You have a card for her, right?
Yeah. This,
So,
so Lugia GX, she's a psychic type.
let's move the camera so you can, yeah, very important to see. Yeah, she's very powerful apparently, right?
Yep.
Okay.
She's a legendary.
She's, a legendary. Okay. And then, sorry, go ahead. Tell me how you made this.
I made this. I took a spoon and I painted it. It's really hard to paint, like metal. So you gotta find the right brush.
Yeah, and a spoon that you're willing to give up for the
Yeah.
project, right?
And so, and I painted her face.
Mm.
And then I took some construction paper and made her wings, and then some pipe cleaners around the sides.
Do you
Some
want to
more
show the camera a little bit more? Yeah, very cool. And Sage, you want to show off what Pokemon this is?
this is Charmeleon.
Oh,
Charmander,
okay. You want to show the card?
and
Yeah.
it's a fire type.
Yeah, Charmander. Yep. Oh, it's a fire type. Okay, so it shoots fire or something?
No, not really.
No. Oh.
It's a fire type, meaning its attacks are going to be like fire type.
Oh, fire
And-
attacks. Okay.
And our au pair Andrea made it.
Andrea made this, huh? And how did she make it? Can you explain? Like,
She actually almost the whole thing is made out of paper and tape.
wow.
Everything here is paper except for the circuit playground.
Wow.
And then at the end, there's staples and
Yeah.
pipe cleaners for the
fiery tail. Yeah, and so the Pokemon that I got assigned is a what is it? Cosmog.
Yep.
Cosmog. And so I made Cosmog just out of some bowls, some paper bowls that I painted. And this yellow thing is just some yellow duct tape with pipe cleaners and construction paper. And then I put the circuit playground here in the middle for Cosmog's little face. So, so that was the projects that we made. Now, the materials that we used for this project
Anything
were-
you can get your hands on.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Sage, tell me.
There's also another Pokemon we made.
yeah, show us.
That is Soligo.
He made
Oh,
it.
Soligo, okay. And you can see this is made out of paper cups and some cardboard and some wooden sticks, right, Sage? And then for the face, you just cut out some paper and then put the circuit playground behind, huh? So that was pretty innovative. So yeah, so the materials that you need, just some colored construction paper.
And the card of Soligo.
Oh, right. Very important. Can't forget that. Put it up here. Yep.
He's a steel type, which means he does like metal stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he kind of looks like a little lion or something, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then, like I said, just any kind of cardboard that you could find. Paper cups or plates are good. What else? Pipe cleaners are great. Paper, duct tape, tape, scissors, and then of course you do need a circuit playground. So you can buy these circuit playground base kits from Adafruit online. What comes in it is the circuit playground board, USB cable, as well as a battery pack with batteries. So that's how you would attach it. Now, we coded our circuit playgrounds on our... Yeah, did you have something you
Did you
want
want me to say cups or?
I don't think I said cups. You want to say cups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for my Soligo, I made cups for its body right here.
Just like paper cups. Yeah. Coffee cups. And coffee stirrers. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Circuit Playground Express. What is this, you guys?
A Circuit Playground Express is basically like a mini computer.
That's right. It's like a mini computer, right?
And today we're going to be using
the infrared.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different components on this tiny little board. Some of them are the colored lights. There's 2 buttons. There's a speaker and microphone. And something that we haven't used in the past, but we're going to be using today, is the infrared receiver and transmitter. I don't know if you can see in between the buttons. It has TX and RX, and that's the infrared receiver and transmitter. Now, who can tell me what is infrared, you guys?
Infrared is basically like ones and zeros like flying through the air from one computer to the other.
Kind of, yeah. It's actually a light wave. So it's a frequency of light waves that we can't see. So it goes beyond the visible spectrum of light. Yeah, infrared light waves. Now, what are some examples that you would use infrared in everyday life?
Well, I wouldn't say this is for everyday life, but like if you go to Hollywood, is it?
Hollywood?
No, the place where we did the magic wands.
Oh, Universal Studios.
Yeah, Universal Studios. There's and you go to the Harry Potter place. There's like these wands you can buy that you can do magic spells.
Yeah, and that uses infrared.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
What else?
you actually don't need to buy them.
What about this?
That is a remote control.
That's right. And this uses infrared communication to tell the television what to do when you press a button. So that's a good example of infrared in your everyday life. So we actually programmed these to send infrared signals to each other. Do you guys want to demonstrate? So this is when the Pokemons battle, because apparently Pokemons, they battle.
All right.
So you wanna be this guy?
You be that guy.
Okay.
So,
So we're gonna press button A, and we're gonna shoot at each other.
A is this one.
Oh, and I just got shot. I don't know if you
Funny.
saw that. So when I press button A, I shoot at someone, and the wah 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 sound means that you got shot. So I don't know, Cyan, why don't you? Yeah. So the lights turn red, and so this is how our Pokemons are battling each other. Is they're sending infrared signals back and forth to each other, and that's how their health goes down. So So let's go ahead and show how we coded these. Are we done with the making part?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So let's go ahead and show you how we actually built the code for this. All right, so I am going up here to MakeCode.com. So open a browser to just MakeCode.com, and then what do you need to do?
Then you need to go to this Circuit Playground Express.
Mm-hmm. Click on that.
Which is...
And that will open up the editor. Yep.
And
then go ahead and just click on New Project to create a new project. We're not going to go through a tutorial today. All right, and then the first thing we want to do once it loads, so once the editor loads, you'll see a couple things on the screen. You'll see the simulator on the left-hand side, which is actually kind of shows you what your code will look like as it's running on the Circuit Playground Express. In the middle here is the toolbox of different blocks of code you can use for your program. And on the right is your workspace, and this is where you're actually going to be programming, right? So the first thing we want to do is we want to find an on-start block. So that is in the loops category, just like Cyan pulled out. We actually don't need a forever loop. So how do we delete blocks from our workspace, Cyan?
you put it into the side.
That's right. You drag it back into the side toolbox. All right. So the first thing we want to do in OnStart is we want to set an initial light. So go to the light toolbox drawer, and you can pull out a show ring or a show animation. It doesn't really matter what you would like. So if you want to make your own design with the show ring block, you can do that. Or if you want to use one of the pre-built animations that we have, you can do that as well. Oh, what are you doing? You're going to do an animation instead? Okay. So pull out show animation, and we're going to pick, what are we going to pick? Comet. Okay. Now, the next thing I want you to do is let's set the brightness, because our Pokemon are pretty powerful beings, and so we want to set the maximum brightness for their lights. Yep, and we want to pull that before our animation. So what do you want to set, like the max or 200? 110. Okay, so that's mid brightness, but that's still pretty good. All right, so now the next thing we want to do is open our input toolbox drawer and find the on button pressed block. Yeah, the very first one, and drag that onto our workspace. Now, we talked a little bit about these types of blocks last time, Cyan. Do you remember the blocks that look like a mouth that have like an open and close kind of thing? What types of blocks are those?
Those are conditionals.
They're events, actually. Yeah, so these blocks are actually event handler blocks. I think that's...
Phone's
so
ringing.
what that means is essentially that is listening for a button click event. So whatever code we put in there will run only when we press button A. All right, so the first thing we want to do when we press button A is let's play a sound. This is for when we shoot. So yeah, right underneath there.
It's
okay.
stuck to my
Go
mouse.
to the music toolbox drawer and find a play sound block. Yeah, bring that over into the on button click. Yeah, and let's do pew pew. That's like a shooting sound.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, and now in the simulator, go ahead and press button A and see if we hear it. The one on the left. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Let's change the volume. Let's make it even louder. So go to the music toolbox drawer and find the set volume block. It's down here at the bottom. So yeah, scroll down. Yep, set volume. There it is. And pull that into our on start. Yeah, put it, yeah, right where we set the brightness, we can also set the volume for our program. So let's set the volume to be pretty loud. Like, I don't know, 200. You want to set it the same, 110? Okay, 120. All right, so now we've set the volume so it's really high. We've set the brightness so that it's also high. And then what we want to do is we want to kind of play a flashing light when we shoot. So now I'm going to show you a new block in the light toolbox drawer. If you go to light and look for a block that says set all pixels, we're going to grab that block. What that essentially does is set all the pixels on our Circuit Playground Express to the same color. So yeah, drop it right after play sound. And let's set the color to white so it kind of flashes a bright white. Yeah. Okay, and then now press button A on the simulator and see what happens. Okay, but the lights stay on. So to turn off all the lights, go to the light toolbox drawer again, and then scroll all the way down to find a clear block. So yeah, do you see the clear block? Grab that and put it over. Yep. And now let's, in the simulator, press button A and see.
Loading.
Yeah. Oh, cool, but that almost happened too fast. Press button A again. Yeah, you can barely see the light flash. So what we want to do is add a pause. So go to the loops toolbox drawer, find that pause block, and drag that right after, yeah, and set that to 500. So that way the lights will be on for half a second before they're cleared. So now let's try it. Woo! Okay, try it again. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty cool. All right, the last thing we want to do here is actually send an infrared signal. So to do that, go to the network toolbox drawer and find that infrared send number block, the top one. No, not that one. The very top one, yep. And grab that and put that right after clear. Yep. And it doesn't really matter what number we send. It could be anything. We just want to send some signal. So you can leave it at 0, or what do you want to put? 4, okay. All right, so now when we press button A, we're playing a sound, we're flashing the lights, and then we're sending an infrared signal. Now we also want to receive that signal, right? So in the network toolbox drawer, again, that other block that you got the first time, yep, the on infrared received block. Remember, this is an event handler block again, same kind of block we talked about. So it's going to be listening for sending for an infrared signal that got sent. Yeah. So what are you doing? You're going too fast for me,
Okay.
Cyan here. So now, okay, so when we receive an infrared signal, we want to play a sound. Play like a dying sound, right? Wah, wah, wah. And we're going to change the lights to red. So that's our program. Let's test it in the simulator. So press button A again. And now we're sending a signal to the other one. Oh, and the other one died. And then this one's sending a signal, shoots the other one. Yep. All right, so now, okay, that's enough.
It sounds awful.
It does sound pretty loud. So now let's grab our Circuit Playground. Let's connect it to the computer, and you can do that with the USB cable that you got sent. So you connect the small end into the Circuit Playground here, and the big one into your computer. If the lights don't all turn green and light up here, Cyan, what do you do?
Then you press the reset button, which is the tiny button in the middle.
That's right, this very small button. Just press and release until all of the lights turn green. When that happens, the Circuit Playground will show up as a USB drive on your computer. And now, when I click the download button, it's going to take my code that was in here and it's going to put it into a file in my downloads folder. So I'm going to go over to my downloads folder. I'm going to see my program. It's called Circuit Playground dash whatever your program name is. And in this case, it was untitled. And then I'm going to drag and drop this into this USB drive that's called C Play Boot here.
Zip leopard.
Yep, so I'm going to drag and drop or copy and paste. And then you can see my program gets downloaded here onto my Circuit Playground Express. And now, when I want to shoot someone, so let's bring over this guy over here. So what was his name again? Charmander?
Charmander.
Okay, so now I want to press button A. Oh, I just got shot. Let me see. No fair, you can't put your fingers over the, there we go. So you can see when I press button A, it flashes that white color. It sends an IR signal to the other circuit playground. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. The other thing you can do that might be interesting too is you can add a little bit more complexity to your code. For example, if you don't want to die immediately on the first shoot, you can add a variable that's like HP or something, like the health. And so it takes like 5 or 6 shoots before your player dies.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. All right. So that was this week's MakeCode in the Kitchen. I hope you enjoyed our Pokemon projects. I certainly learned a lot about Pokemon this past week, more than I thought I would ever know. So stay tuned for next week when we'll be making something equally exciting, I'm sure, and have fun making and coding. Thanks, everyone. You want to say bye?
Bye.
Want to say bye, Sage?
Bye.
Bye.